What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm introducing my 1993 Chevy S10. We call her Shannon. My buddy Levi gave her that nickname when I brought her home. It is a 1993 2.5 cylinder, 5-speed. It's got a 3/4 drop, 17x10 SVE wheels with adapters to make them fit. Nothing special yet. This is my mini truck project that I've been working on over the winter. We had to replace the floor pans on both sides, cab corners, rockers, and bedside on the passenger side. I had a buddy do it because my shop's not heated in the wintertime and I was not freezing my butt off, and my MIG welder's broken. So yeah, this has been a dream truck that I've wanted to build ever since I was like 15. Well, we're back. It's another day. Apparently I've hit the button on the camera and didn't record a bunch of crap, so we're gonna redo it, but we're gonna speed it up this time. I've wanted to build this truck, or a S10, since I was 15. I acquired this last year. I paid $600 for the truck originally. I will insert maybe a couple photos of the shape that it was in. Bed was rotted out, cab corners, rockers, floor pans. This was legitimately the Fred Flintstone mobile. Since then, I had a buddy do the rust repair because of the shop situation. I have painted, put it in primer. This is not the final paint. Put it on some wheels. There's several things about this truck that I hate from the previous owner. Cracked windshield. A couple of the things are, we'll go inside the cab where the issues are. They put an E-fan in it and they put it on a switch. I hate that. I can't stand it. I'm gonna fix that. Oil pressure gauge. No need for that. It has one in the dash, and they were too lazy to put in a new sensor. That's all it needs, so that's what I'm going to be doing. It has a broken temp gauge when it has one in the dash, so we'll be fixing that. I got to do a little research on that because so far I've only seen one coolant port for a sensor, and my new setup for the E-fans that you guys will see needs that port because it's a temp sensor that triggers the E-fan when it hits 185 degrees. So I got to try to find another one to where I can run the truck gauge, so at least I have an idea if the fan's kicking on at the right time or if it's kicking on at all, just in case. Dash lights don't work, so they drilled, put this orange light in there, ran off this toggle switch. I hate that. I will be fixing it. As far as anything else goes, back window's plexiglass. I hate it. I'll be fixing it. Just this section. These are glass. I have a new window. These are not glued in, so this weekend I'm probably going to pop this one out, throw the new one in, so then I have a working, functional sliding glass door. Vinyl floors are in bad shape. They're the floor mat. It's ripped in a couple spots. It's pretty gross. So I'll be changing that. I don't know if I'm going to do carpet or if I'm just going to get a new vinyl floor. I'm undecided because when I get off work, my boots are muddy sometimes. So I don't know. Couple other things. It didn't come with this door panel. And I have searched and searched and searched for a gray one. I've only been able to find a blue that's faded. And it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. But when you look at this side, you can tell the difference. The whole interior is gray. So I would like to find one eventually. The headliner is awful. So that'll be something that we take care of. The dash is cracked. You probably noticed my massive head unit. It wasn't meant for this truck. It was out of an old truck of mine. I sold the truck, decided to throw the head unit in just for fun. It is not mounted tight. I had to cut a bunch out to get it to fit. And me being impatient, you can't open the glove box without taking that out. So I have a whole new trim panel here that I'm going to cut properly to fit this, maybe. I've seen a couple other different style radios that I would like to get, but we have this one, so we'll see. It has a 10-inch kicker sub behind the seat and a truck box, but the truck box is still a little too big for this seat setup. You have to have the seat kind of forward, which puts you close to the steering wheel, and the back of the seat doesn't go all the way back because of the box. So we're either going to change the box or change the bench seat. I might put some bucket seats in here. I don't know yet. I'm still undecided. As we move under the hood here, you will see a 2.5 liter Iron Duke 5-speed 2-wheel drive with no inner fender wells because they were rusted out and I didn't get them in time to replace them. So that's on the list along with the fender. Got to figure out something for the battery because the battery tray mounts to the inner fender, and right now we just kind of made a frame for it to sit on. So that's on the agenda. They were all temporary fixes to get this thing home from my buddy who did the body work. As you can see, a wiring mess, so we got to clean all that up. I don't know how much time I'm going to spend on this platform engine wise. I have an engine in the shop. It's a Mercedes 5-cylinder turbo diesel. Yes, I'm diesel swapping my S10. I get to keep the stock transmission, stock drive shaft, all of that. How I'm going to accomplish that is CJ7s, maybe the 5s. They came with a T5 transmission, which is the same one that's in this, and Fox bodies and several other different platforms. All I have to do is swap the bell housing from the CJ trans to my T5 and the input shaft. I have both of them. I have an adapter plate for the Mercedes to the Jeep transmission, and once I get that on with the clutch, flywheel, and starter that I'm still waiting to get, then I can set the engine in here, build the mounts. I will have to take my radiator, cut out my core support, sink the radiator in to make room for the mechanical fan on the Mercedes engine, and then hook up the 3 wires to run the Mercedes engine, and we should be able to start it. I wouldn't see why not. I've seen a lot of people start them on an engine stand because they're very simple. It's got a mechanical injection pump, so it should be a fairly simple swap, and I'll take you guys along on that to maybe help any of you who might want to do something similar. That engine is not a powerhouse. It's not meant to make a ton of power, like 240 horsepower is max, and that comes at a price. So it should make a little more power than this 2.5, which I'm perfectly fine with. I'm not trying to build a drag truck by any means, just something cool and different that not everyone has done or seen, and it'll be pretty fun. As far as exhaust goes, I'm not sure yet. That is still to be determined. I do want to ditch the coil springs in the front and go to bags, ditch the leaf springs in the rear, do a 4-link with a 8.8 rear end out of an Explorer or a Ranger, potentially with bags. I don't know 100% if I'm going to do the 8.8 or if I'm going to get a rear subframe with control arms, some kind of setup to put in here. Either way, it will be on bags and it will be laying on the ground. This will probably always be its normal ride height when I am driving it around, but I'd like to lower it down when I park it. But anyways, I don't think there's much more to talk about as far as the truck goes. I've pretty much showed you guys everything. The first couple of things I'm going to do will be the electric fan stuff, and I'm going to continue to drive it until I get the parts I need for the Mercedes swap. In the time being, I'll probably just fix some things and do some things just to show you guys how to do it. And we'll be working on the 66 Ford that we have. We got the pit bikes we'll be doing stuff with. I got a go-kart that I want to put a cool engine in. And then we just get into all kinds of different other things. We do random stuff, shop upgrades. That would be the video before this one. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. We're revamping my shop so it's better to work in. Yeah, I think that's about it. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the comments below. I try to respond to everyone. Make sure you hit that like button. It really helps the algorithm. It does more for the channel than you would even understand. So smash that like button, leave a comment. Make sure to subscribe to come get notifications for the new stuff we're getting into. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.